next one which we want to look at is QQQ, which is the NASDAQ. If you look at NASDAQ is looking pretty good in the sense, if you look at this trend line, it still has a way to go up to 382.71. So it started from around 330. It started from around, if you see here, it started from a low of 334. So that one comes to 343, 352, 362, 372. And then we can see up to 380. So if at all it can get here, it will be 381.71. So around this range. But look at the moving average 10. The moving average 10 is the critical one, which is like around 371.35. So it is the 376.58. So that is where we are getting there, and we might see a little bit upward move to 380. So definitely this one, I think it has a much more fall back to 315. It touched the bottom of the cloud and then it has gone up to the conversion and the moving average 10. It has crossed the moving average 50. It hasn't yet crossed the moving average 10. So if you look at all the indices, all are behaving the same way. They are moving towards the moving average 10, but we have to see what beholds after they cross the moving, if they can cross the moving average 10, or they can go, or they're going to go down, okay? The next one, which I'm going to talk about, is the IWM. The IWM is the same way. The moving average 10 is around 210. And then the conversion is around 229. No? Is that right? No. Yes, it's 207. And the simple moving average is around 210.71. So that's like here. So we might see here reaching it. And then the next one is moving average 20, which is at 219.16. And then the top of the cloud will be 221. So we are looking at somewhere here, this range. So let's see where it goes. So there's a strong line here. But I think looking at this based on the Ichimoku, it can go to the top of the cloud, which is 220. So NASDAQ is to 380 and this one is to 220. That's what we are looking at. So will it go in these 2 days, or will it be the next 2 days of the 2 days of the next week? Okay, that's what we do. Having gone through this, let's look at Apple. So Apple, it is like as expected, it is going to serve, it is a very strong bullish stock, but it has a lot more time. We said it has fallen for 4 weeks and it is the second week, and we are seeing here that it is consolidating around the moving average 10. So we would see it going down this level. So I am willing to be patient on this one for the move to 200. Okay, so there's nothing has changed in Apple. It remains the same. The Google is like, it is the Google, if you see at the moving average 10 is around 2818, and this is the second week it is trying to form above the 2818, right? So that is where we are looking at. So where is this heading to? So that is the question we have to ask ourselves. So is it heading to the next level, or is it going to go down? So that is the question. So it is definitely right now above the moving average 10, but in the pre-market it went below up to 2798. So that is the key, guys. The moving average 10, if at all, as we always keep saying, if it stays above moving average 10 and 20, then it seems to be an uptrend. But I don't think the market is still yet ready to be on an uptrend from all these things. And then the next one I wanted to talk about is Facebook. Facebook is one great, Facebook fell down very steep. It had covered, as I was mentioning in my previous videos, it had fallen down 2 rotations. That means 720 degrees according to GAN. And that's a lot to fall, and it has a lot more to gain here. So there's a lot of support, resistances. At least it has a move to 262, 271, right? That's what we are seeing. So I'm expecting that move to be very, very quick because it has fallen down very quickly too. So we might see it within the next week itself, hopefully. So, but NASDAQ first has to cross this moving average 200, which is at 232. So we got to see if it can close above that. Okay, that's one thing which I'm hoping that it would, and it would go. But if you look at here, the moving average 50 on the weekly chart is around 327, which is very, very far. But the closest moving average is the moving average 100, 100, which is after moving average 200, is 286, and the next one is 307. So the moving average 10 is around 307. Okay, so definitely 286 is possible, but the first thing we have to see is it has to cross the moving average 200 at 232.89. Okay, so we have seen FB. Now let's move on to Netflix. Netflix, again, this is a week of consolidation. We might see it going down again. But definitely there's an uptrend here. So it definitely wants to go around to 50%, which is 529. 529, as you guys are all know, it's a 23 square, and it is a major resistance for the next rotation. So I don't think it's going to cross 529. There's one more fall there, but it definitely wants to reach there. So that is what it looks like. The next step, nothing has changed in Netflix. So we might see there getting there in the next 1 or 2 weeks. Okay. Then the next thing which I wanted to talk about is Amazon. Amazon, as expected, it went to the moving average 10, again is 3220. It is like consolidating there, and it fell in the pre-market. So the key is the moving average 10 and moving average 20, folks. So as I was mentioning here, moving average 20 is above moving average 10, and it will be very, very challenging for it to hit both of them and cross them, okay? So if it crosses, then the next resistance will be moving average 20. So, but it closed today below the moving average 10 in the pre-market. So I don't expect a lot of move. It has reached where I expected it. But there might be one more big move to the moving average 20 after it reaches 3168. That is how it forms the Elliott second wave. Elliott second wave, and then it might go to the top of the cloud, which is 3,436. There's a possibility, folks. So I will look for it at 3168 and then see where it, actually not 3168, is that right? Let me see, guys. Am I looking at the right one? Yes, it is 3168, 3170. This is the area that we are talking about. So once we get here, we might have another move, which is like 232, what is this? How much is it? 3308. And then we should see, there is a little bit more possible in the Amazon, because it hasn't even reached the 25% retracement. And then we will see this move down, and then we can see another one. So we can see this one going to the top of the cloud, which is 3434, and that is what we might expect in the next few days. Okay, so the market is definitely, don't get baffled by all these moves, folks. It is just the second wave forming, and then we might see a move again also, unless we see it crossing everything and moving up, right? That which we have to see, wait and see whether it can do it or not. Okay, I'm still very cautious on this markets. That's what I meant to say. And the last is the Tesla. Let's see, look at Tesla, how it looks. So Tesla has been pretty consolidating here. It has been, the thing is, on the daily chart, it has been consolidating above the moving average 10, and it has been waiting for this move. So it looks like it needs one more week. It wants to go about 1,000. It looks like if it doesn't get to touch the trend line in this, that is what I'm looking at. So let's see how Tesla shapes up. Okay, so if on the daily chart, it's definitely still above the moving average 10. But on the weekly charts, the moving average 10 is around 979, and the moving average 20 is around. So the good part about Tesla is it looks bullish still, because the moving average 10 is above the moving average 20, I believe. Am I right? No, not really. I'm sorry. It is 985. So 10 and 20 are around 985. That was the level I was expecting that it would hit. But I don't know when it is going to hit, but very soon it should hit, because this trend line is moving up and up. It needs to hit both this line and the trend line. That's what I'm looking at. Okay, so having covered all of this stocks, let's look at how the crypto looks. The crypto is still, the crypto is like, I'm still watchful. It just barely crossed the line at 43,605, and still it is still consolidating here. Is it going to cross that line is the question. If it does cross, then how much move does it have? As I mentioned, the cloud is very bearish on the dailies, so it can go up to 49. And if at all it goes, because it is entering the cloud, right? If it stays above this, we might see a move to 49. But will it go above that is the question. So that is what we have to check, okay? So if you look at the here, this is the thing. But if we see this moving, there's a big move coming up, okay? As I have been mentioning, this is the critical level for the cryptos, and we have to see if it can cross this level. And there's a good possibility it can cross, but we have to wait and see how much. Does it have more time, or does it, those kind of things we have to see. So the high we saw is 68, and so we should see a move to 76. Which is pretty much very close by, right? In another 1 week or two. So if at all it makes a move, let's see how it goes, okay? So I wanted to touch base on a few of the stocks that we have been looking at. One is BKKT. BKKT yesterday touched the moving average 10, and it has not yet touched this trend line. So I'm waiting, expecting it to go there. So what has happened is it has completed the 180 degrees at 731. We might see it going to 631 or so, and then we might see it going to 831. So that could be a possibility. So, but the moving average 10 is around 741, or we might see it this week closing above this one, okay? So that's one thing, folks. So I think it has to definitely touch the trend line before it has to go anywhere else. So I'm waiting for this 826. But having said that, the next level is here. So which is, since it has touched the moving average, we can also go to 925. That's also a possibility because it is the first retracement line for this level. Okay, so that's what we are thinking. Then one more stock which worked very well for us yesterday is AAPL. AAPL, it has gone up so nicely. It is almost close to the double. The AAPL stock is reporting earnings today. And if you look at this trend line, it's beautiful. The moving average 10 is around $82, and that's where it's heading, folks. So it's 82, and we are seeing this 83. So today we might see a move to this. And in the pre-market, it had gone to $75. So we have another area. So we might see it closing around 74 today before the earnings, and then it might make a move to 83. That's what I'm expecting. So the other stock that I'm looking at is Roblox. Roblox has been really good in the sense it has formed the 2 weeks above this thing, and the next trend line is around 75.84. But what I'm super excited about where the moving average 10 is. The moving average 10 is around $85. So this is where it can go, and it's reporting earnings next week, Feb 14th. So it pays to nibble a bit at this level, where especially it has fallen down here. We might also see it going down to moving average 10, which is at 64.95. And then we might see it moving down to that level. Okay, so that's all I have for you today, folks. Hope you got some value out of this video. If you like this video, do like, and if you want to do like and leave your feedback. And also, if you want to have updates about the various trends in the market, and also in the real estate and the crypto, do subscribe to our channel, and we will deliver it to you in the email. Okay, hope you all have a profitable day, and I will catch you in the next video.